not sure where I'm supposed to go. I'm looking around. Am I just supposed to mess with the letters here?
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Gus is sassy. I like it. Tent. Tent was over here. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. We're looking at the tent. Okay.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
The jellyfish.
But I didn't. Until we found you.
That's so sad.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So Sam remarried. Dawn, Gus, and Gregory were all with Sam and Kay. Kay got a divorce. Oh wow. Craig, be a baby.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
I can see why.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, this is cute. Aw.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
So she moved back after Sam passed? Like how there's salmon cans everywhere.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last.
I'm guessing they were homeschooled. Lois rules. Aww. Everybody's so cute.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I been there after Sanjay died. Oh, I didn't. That's. I'm interested in learning how he passed. Maybe there are clues to where he went? Do you want to be an architect?
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh, the crown. I see now.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Was it a flip book? Oh, I ran out of mouse pad. Hi, Granista.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
I really like, yeah, the storytelling is really great. And how they decide to portray people's stories. I wonder if they're also portraying like different personality types or disorders. And whose perspective they're telling them from.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
So sad. Oh, I just want to go back up here for a second. There's no other footprints. Well, there's yellow paint here. There. And there. Some there. Unless he
Whatever Milton
started.
had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Unless he started at the top and then went down. No, it looks like he was at this painting first and then... I don't know. Hey, with Russ. How are you? Oh, I have to walk around this way, sorry. The staircase makes me really nervous.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
For what? For Milton?
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
You got a pretty bad room. Who's the voice actress? I don't know. It's an old boat.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I wonder what it smells like.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
No. 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 I don't wanna.
Wonder.
Okay. I thought something else was gonna happen.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
Me?
Imagining a labyrinth.
It's hard to do two things at once. I think I gotta go this way. Oh, there's fish. Hold on.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
Eee!
Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh, this
I
angle.
worried about him then.
This angle's throwing me off, dude.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hi, friend.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
I like the guy on the roof right there. They're great.
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Ooh.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
This is very hard to do.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh no.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for radiant rainbows.
Oh wait, I missed a rainbow. I gotta go back. Oh, I knocked it over. I keep knocking him over.
He followed the sound of his electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
I'm sorry, Apple Sniper. I'm sorry.
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh, too many fish are piling up. I'm sorry. I'm really trying. Oh, this is so hard. Wait, wait, wait.
But
Hey,
he
Emma.
was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Moist muffins, hello.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it
So
struck
sad.
him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Oh, look, there's a cat! Oh, is that
including
Molly?
the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him.
It's Molly.
His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Hi, Firebat.
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That's rough.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
I wasn't ready for emotions today. I was expecting spooks as well. Oof. I am sorry.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
That was a tough one. I think I'm gonna get up and walk around and take a break. I'll see you guys in a moment. Make sure you guys get up, walk around, and take a break yourself. Whew. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being patient. Sorry. Everybody gets a little bit of a little burrito. Okay. Whew. That was a tough one. I did not realize that would be a tough one. Sorry. I don't know what you're talking about, CJ.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
I see. I understand why they left now.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Sorry, I'm like going against the flow of the text because I want to look around, but I'm realizing that I have to go with the flow.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
What is this? Oh, I didn't realize that was her book. And she was trying to get it published. I need a replacement hanky. Oh no, disaster relief. Is this where we learn about...
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Is this my room? Or our room? The character's room?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
That's really cool. Is this like a word lamp? Hey, Amber. Is that a feather? It's a feather pen.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh boy, that's why the wine bottle is knocked over.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, we're supposed to walk. Sorry.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Uh-oh. Yeah, when lakes turn, it's not the greatest smell.
I got turned around.
Okay, back this way.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car and I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
October 10th, 2016.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Is this?
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Are we being born?
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
I think we're
But I
being
guess
born.
if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Did she die during childbirth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
I can't right now. That was so good. How is this spooky? I didn't know it wasn't gonna be spooky! Emotions are scary, okay? I'm sorry. Hi, Earthros. Earthos, sorry. I get you guys confused sometimes. My brain is mush. I wonder if these are like childhood photos of the people who helped make this game. Hi, Kylam. That was a really good story, though. Unlockables programmer. Achievement unlocked. Thanks, Johan. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was going to be so rough. But thank you for sticking with it. Oh boy. This is fine. What happened to Barbara? She was eaten by monsters? Supposedly the same monster that had eaten Molly? Milton we don't know about, he just disappeared. Oh. You didn't cry when you played this game? I guess I'm really a Cylon. Hey, you're getting there. Milton walked through the door he painted. I mean, that looks like it from the... footprints that were in the tower. I didn't see if there was a hole in the wall. behind the painting or not. Sorry. The storytelling on this was really well done. I agree. The replay a story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. I wonder what would be different. Oh. They really should include tissues when you play this game. Is there a Twitter page out there that says tissues are needed? It's interesting because Edith doesn't have a time here when you first start. I wonder if they're gonna fill it in. No, they don't. Ooh. What do you guys think?